How do you take an ordinary web developer and make that developer, let's say, 10, 20, even 30 times more productive? Well, you could, of course, join Speed Coding Academy. You knew I'd say that, right? You could try using our incredible new framework or our code generator or Nitro or something like that. Fine, that's all good. But you know something, folks? Speed coding is not all about some framework or a code generator or even a particular course that has came out by me. The truth is that speed coding is a revolution. It's an entirely new philosophy, and it's a philosophy that all developers can take on board today. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the 10 commandments of speed coding. 1. There is no front end, there is no back end, there is only development. Too many of you folks have been conditioned into believing that you're a front end developer or a back end developer. This type of belief is disempowering. It makes you expendable, and it's actually bad for productivity. We don't recognize any clear division between front end and back end. We only see development, the full package. Next, we never resolve problems that we have previously solved. If you have a contact us form and it does a fantastic job and you're really happy with it, great. Crack open the champagne and use it again and again and again and again. This idea alone will revolutionize your productivity levels. I promise it will change your life. Next, we work alone and not part of a team. Now, that's a controversial one. Sometimes you have to work as a team, and what on earth am I on about? Well, here's the vibe. I say this all the time in the news section in Speed Coding Academy. What we are aiming for is a scenario that's like having a knock at the door, and you answer the door and there are 30 versions of you on your very best day. And those 30 versions say, hey, we're here to help. What would you like us to build? Now, if you really believe that, and if you can achieve that in a measurable way, and if you can do the equivalent work of about 30 web developers, then why the hell would you need some other people involved? You don't need a team. And as a matter of fact, in the very near future, I'm going to do a YouTube video and I will demonstrate in real time. I'll even do it live. You will soon be achieving levels of productivity so fast that you'll be able to build stuff faster than you can describe it. And I'm talking about customized applications here. The example I'm thinking of is an estate agents. I'll say it again. We are aiming for a level where you can build customized, complex, advanced, professional web applications faster than you can verbally describe them. So why on earth would you need a team? We work alone. Next, we favour stability over versioning. On this channel, you've often heard me moaning about rewrite culture, and you probably don't need to hear any more of that, so let me move on. We avoid extensive use of third-party libraries. Now, why? Because it's not good for security, and it's not good for productivity, and it's definitely not good for standardization, which I'll come on to in a moment. I did a tutorial on YouTube not so long ago on the loopback framework, and I should show you my email inbox. I get emails all the time from GitHub telling me that there's some malicious code in a module that I downloaded, and those sites like NPM and the various sites where you go here, there and everywhere where you pick up third-party libraries, They are full of crap code, malicious code, and I predict that you're going to see an avalanche of code that's specifically designed to raid crypto wallets. It's going to be big business. And so extensive use of third-party libraries, sometimes it's unavoidable, but we generally try to avoid that. Next, all of our code is modular. What that means is, if you have a significant feature, such as, back to the old example, a contact form, that should be contained within a folder. And that folder should be something that you can copy and paste or drag and drop into another website and use it. No command line, no bullshit, just modular folders. That's what modular means. It's like, think of a Lego model. You can take bits off and just join it onto something else. That's what we're doing. It's a structural, technical decision, and it's a bold decision because it means no MVC, So that's one of the things. Next, we reject all forms of bureaucracy and middle management. So the consensus is that if you take something like Agile, or let's take DevOps, for example, right? The whole idea of DevOps is that developers do a job of building a site, and then somebody gets hired and given the title Operations Manager. And this Operations Manager makes decisions about how and when things should be uploaded and stuff like that. Well, we believe that the person best suited to make those kinds of decisions is actually the web developer and not some middle manager. And by the way, last week I removed my own name from the copyright on the framework. I don't want to be any kind of leader or manager. Take the focus away from me, because speed coding is bigger than me. Next, we standardize our code. Of all of the 10 commandments, this might be the most important. So when you have a way of doing something, whatever it may be, maybe a way of doing an API call or something like that, right? When you are happy with that, when you've refined it and it's good, you should record that, and that should be your standard way of doing that particular task. So when that task comes up in the future, all you need to do is reuse the thing that you've already used. Now, the beauty of this is that if something goes wrong, if there's a fault, then it can only mean one of two things. Either you did not follow your standard way, or your standard way is flawed and it needs to be updated. Now, when you think about it, that's quite a revolutionary idea for developers, because now we have negated the need for doing unit testing. This is a whole lot more intelligent than any of that stuff. And by the way, I never invented this. I took this from Toyota. A book called The Toyota Way. Authors, a guy called Jeffrey Liker. Toyota came out with this system in the 70s, and it's an incredible system. And just so you know, pardon me, I'm waving my arms about, just so you know, I'm not the guy who standardizes. You are the one who standardizes your own code. You're the one who decides what your standard way of doing something's going to be. Next, we are not tethered to any particular framework or technology. Now, you may be surprised at me saying that, because some of you know that I've spent about 18 months working on my own framework, and I like it and I'm happy with it. But it's important to not be tethered and dependent on any particular framework or technology. The analogy that I like, it's kind of like a lightsaber. Yoda has a lightsaber, and that's nice. But if Yoda loses his lightsaber, he's still a Jedi Knight. And as good as the framework and the code generator and everything is, the truth is, it could be gone tomorrow and it would change nothing, because these rules and these core values will really, really make the difference. Finally, we're on a never-ending quest to find better and faster ways of coding, which all sounds a bit boring, but it does have concrete, meaningful, and verifiable implications. So, for example, today I live streamed for over 11 hours in front of a live audience and everything. And in the whole day, I basically managed to reduce about 40 lines of code to about 25 lines of code. Now, to some of you, that sounds like a waste of time. To me, that's a good day. So we're always chipping away at things, always looking for a way to find, another way, a faster way. Nothing crystallized, no gospel according to me or anything like that. It's a philosophy, and it's a philosophy of productivity, and hopefully a philosophy that will make those who follow this incredibly profitable, happy, and able to provide for the people that they care about. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon.